Hi, what's up? Hello? Hi. Yes? Good, how are you? Hi, Linda. This is Naomi. Good.
Just trying to figure out where I am exactly.
Okay, you are at the 2 o'clock section. I believe it's 2. Yes. So you would just click on any Zoom link that looks of interest to you.
Okay.
And,
Where did I do that?
and it would take you right where you need to be.
Okay. I think I must have something. I'll try again.
Do you have the schedule or do I need to paste it in the chat for you? Yes.
I can go back to that page. Different time here. Just
2 o'clock.
2 hours. Yeah. Okay.
It's 2 o'clock our time. I don't know where you're from. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello. I don't know who that was. Welcome, everyone. It's a little early, so you should all get up and stretch. I don't know if your mind is ready to explode based on what you've listened to already.
Yes, you're perfect. I will make you host in 2 seconds.
Oh, okay, great. And when, oh, it is
Or
already
co-host.
recording? It's already
You're
recording.
perfect. Whenever you want.
Okay,
Wow.
and hello?
19 people already.
So does RevCom, does the closed captioning automatically
No. There's no waiting room for this.
I'm sorry? Hello? I think I'm going to mute her. Okay. So let's see, anyone showing off who you are? Everybody's hiding. Thanks. Somebody waved. Kathy, hi, thank you for waving. It's always so good. You know, this is a time where we're not seeing faces anymore, and it's so good to see faces. I don't know how it is in your part of the country, but here in Massachusetts, we're just behind masks.
Well, for us, it's usually that if we don't turn everything off, things get glitchy.
Oh, okay. That's too bad. I really love to see people. So up to 24, let's see how many we will, I don't know. So it is already recording. I'm going to pause it. So welcome everybody. This is almost the end of the day. What an exciting day of learning. I don't know how you all are feeling, but this has been really phenomenal. Professional learning opportunities all day long. What I'm going to do, my name is Karen Janowski. I am an inclusive technology zealot. I really believe that we need to tell everybody about these tools because that's the way we've always done it. It doesn't work anymore in this time of distance learning. I'm out of Reading, Massachusetts, just north of Boston. And so I am going to guide you through what I think are the 3 best tools, 3 great tools. But like I said before I started recording again, I have to add Jamboard to that collection, especially if you're working in small groups, 1-to-1, there's nothing like Jamboard. So you like that, Zealot? Yeah, okay. So I did include a ton of links in the Google Doc. So I do recommend that you go back to the Google Doc link that's in the big presentation schedule board, because that's where you'll find a lot of, and in fact, I'll be going back and forth between my presentation because I only have a couple slides, and then all of these resources. So I've got tons of links to the resources here that you can, oh, I guess I shouldn't have allowed people to edit it, but anyway, that's quickly fixed. So what are the 3 best tools? You can see I'm actually going to present, and we'll do presenter view. And here we go. Do you know? All right. So what I think are 3 great tools every educator needs to know about are SeeSaw, Book Creator, Flipgrid. So this is what we're going to look at today. We're going to I'm going to introduce you to those 3 tools, and then we're going to explore, and then we're going to have time for questions. So it will be a little bit fast-paced because there is so much to talk about, but please feel free to ask questions. You can unmute yourself because it's hard to manage the chat at the same time as monitoring the presentation. But first of all, anyone familiar, anyone already using SeeSaw, let me know in the, let me know in the chat if you're already familiar with SeeSaw. And some of you that aren't, what you need to know about what in the world is SeeSaw. So, okay, so everybody that's already using it, add in anything that any other tips that you want to add in the chat itself. So what is it? It has 3 real purposes. It's an electronic portfolio tool. So your students, your own kids. So Christina says that her kids use it at her school. A lot of educators are introduced to it because their own kids are using it in school. So it's an electronic portfolio tool. It also does this, you can upload or create thousands and thousands of activities and formative assessment. And then it's also great for homeschool communication. It is awesome for remote learning, for distance learning, for in-person learning. It fills all your needs. So one of the things I do want you to see is at its most basic, look at all of the options that your learners have access to when they are able to complete an activity or a journal entry using SeeSaw. You can take photos, you can upload photos, you can add drawing. And one of the things that's really cool about this drawing that I'm going to show you a little bit later is it has a microphone built in. So how many times do we tell kids who can do math in their heads, show me your work? And they're like, no, it's so easy, I just did it. With SeeSaw, what students can do is they could do a math problem and they could explain their thinking at the same time. And when they submit it, what you see is a video drawing, video playback with their voice explaining exactly what their thinking was. So they're showing their thinking through a tool like SeeSaw. So they can upload video, which is a different issue. They can upload files, photos, all kinds of things. They can take notes, and you can embed links. It is an incredibly powerful tool. So let's take a look at SeeSaw, just so that you can see. And you will also see on the Google Doc, I've got links to a great getting started video. I've got links to a lot of different help options, SeeSaw for remote learning, and a lot of different things. So when you first do an internet search of SeeSaw, it will take you to this page. And what I'm going to do, so see, sign up, it's free. It does have some premium features. And in fact, the town that I'm in right now, I did advocate to them, and they bought the premium version for the district K-3. And the premium version gives you access to multiple pages within a SeeSaw activity. And it also allows multiple teachers to be collaborators within one classroom. The free version allows you to do multiple activities, unlimited number of activities, but you can only add 1 co-teacher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in, and when you log in, it'll say, are you a teacher? Are you a student? Are you an administrator? So I'm already set up for that. And so now we'll wait up. Here we go. Waiting. Oh dear. So yeah, here we go. I'm a teacher, so you see what it does. So here's my, let me get myself out of the way, and I do want to keep the chat open. So this is the home page. When you first log in, you'll see here is your information in the top left side. And so you can click on this, and when you're brand new, what you do is you create a new class. And what's really great about it is it allows you to create a new class and add students just imported from Google Classroom. So it makes it really easy. But I want to show you really the magic behind SeeSaw. So one of the things that you'll do is you will want to, we want to add something, we want to assign something to our students. So I'm going to go here to add, and you can post as a student, you can assign an activity, you can send an announcement to all of your students or to your families. What I need you to see under the hood is this assign activity section. And if your district has paid for the premium version of SeeSaw, then you'll notice that there are 3 libraries. It always defaults to the My Library section. So that is anything that you have ever created or ever saved will show up in My Library. If your school has bought the premium version, then it has this school and district library right here in between these two. So keep in mind, it always defaults to My Library, but what I want to do is go to Community Library and show you, prepared to just like major mic drop here. So I'm going to go to Community, and the particular grade, I just want you to see this. So we can, I'm going to zoom in, we can go to all grades, but it does pre-K all the way up to 12th grade and other. So we can look up all different types of subjects. There are activities already created, and these activities are created by, some of them by SeeSaw, but most of them by other teachers. So look at all these categories that you can pursue and search for. And then you can search just within 3rd grade activities, or you can search for anything. So what does that really mean? Let's just see. So right now, if I go in, I'm going to go into remote learning for a second, just to show you something. And actually what I want to do is show you, well, all right, this is good. If you're teaching 3rd grade or middle elementary, whatever, I went into home learning, so that's distance learning, and it shows you that there are 1,300 activities that have been tagged home learning and 3rd grade. Now, is that unbelievable or what? So here, just so you can see how popular this one is, so it must be pretty good. Curious moment, what can you create? There are 46,000 teachers who have favorited that. So it must be a really great one. Here's share a family memory. So family interview, how to use math, 30,000 teachers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, just so you can see, I'm going to click on share a family memory. And what you'll see what's nice is some teachers add in teacher notes for you. They've connected it to the Common Core standards. Here are the directions that the students will read, but I'm all about universal design. I'm all about inclusivity. So one of the things that you need to know about is this option here. You can audio record your instructions so that your early readers, your younger students, your beginning readers, this would be overwhelming for them. And I don't know about you, but I know in our area, it was overwhelming for families to figure out how to do this distance learning in crisis back in the spring. And especially for the younger kids who were not readers. They were using Google Classroom. They didn't know about SeeSaw. And so the pre-K to 2 now, they are using this tool, and all of the audio instructions are available. And so this particular teacher here, and I'll even let you listen to this just so you can hear what it will be like.
Step 1, talk to a family member about one of their favorite memories.
You can see it's right here.
Ask them to tell you the story and to share lots of details. Step 2, tap the add button.
So what's also great, because again, that could be in too many audio directions at one time, when the student opens up the activity, these directions will be right above the activity itself, so they can listen to it as many times as they need to, or the readers, they can read it as many times as they need to really understand the directions. So here, what I can do now is I can click assign, and then it will, I'll show you what that looks like. So I have a lot of fake classes. I mean, there's like 1 or 2 real classes in here, but the other thing too, so let's say I want to assign it to multiple classes or multiple groups of kids, or I want to assign it to this particular group, and I don't want it to go to every single student in my class, because I want to customize learning for students. So now what I can do is I can just select particular kids that I am going to assign this particular activity to. So again, think you can assign to the whole class, you can assign to subgroups, you can assign even an activity to one student. And so I'm going to click on this. And then when the students, now, when they open up their SeeSaw, they will see that activity is ready for them to complete. I can also heart it. And so now now it will automatically be saved in my library. And I'll show you how that it will, just like that, it's ready for me to use, ready for me to assign. So here's one here. I know there's no audio directions. Oh, I guess I did. Sorry, I did add an audio an audio direction. Let me see if this one has it, because yes, this one does not have, just as an example. So I uploaded this from the community library into my my individual library, and you can see there's no audio directions here. So one of the things that you can do, we always go to those 3 magic dots, right? So if I click on the dot, what I can do now is I can copy and edit this activity. And this is where I can now add voice instructions. Very easy to do. Now, just one caveat, because I'll show you right now. I'm going to do it. So click the button to begin recording. Use objects from your house to create a face. Try to be as creative as possible. When you are happy with the face you have made, take a photo. So that's all I'm going to do. But see how it's showing this processing? You have to wait until it finishes processing and you see this visual. Then you know it's ready and it will show up in your activity itself. So I'm going to delete it. So one of the things I always say, why reinvent the wheel? The community library is really phenomenal. It allows you to explore all kinds of other teacher-created activities. So for example, let's say I'm going to go into all, and we could look for anything having to do with literacy. So I'm looking up all activities having to do with literacy. And again, we could customize it by grade, but look at, they have financial literacy, music literacy, alphabet hunt, making letters with materials, all kinds of different literacy activities. This one's kind of cool. I have that one saved, but let me just show you what that one, I mean, there's all different ways. One of the other things too, here we'll go back into my library, with the drawing tool. So I'm going to open up this activity, this particular activity, and I want to actually see it as a student. We are learning to say the letter sounds. Well, this one's kind of cool because use the eraser to uncover each letter and say the sound. And here's the...
Press the microphone and then use the eraser to uncover each letter and say the sound. Have fun discovering new letters.
So there it is. And then when the students open it up, they take the eraser tool. So I just really quickly, I want to show you, I'm going to go back into class. I am going to go into journal just so you can see all the things that the students can do on their own with post-student work. This is what I want you to see. So this is where, again, some more magic happens. And I want to show you the drawing tool. And so we're going to click in this. And so let's say you haven't assigned anything to a student, but your before school work could be something like this. So here is a blank slate. We have one page. And so here are your drawing tools on the bottom. This particular one here is kind of cool. And we can choose any color over here on the side. So let's choose, we'll go with blue. So now we could work on letter formation, for example, and see how it does kind of a different, I mean, I don't even know what to call this. It's not a highlighter tool. It's just a really fun, unique tool. And so we can do something like this. Now I can I'm gonna turn on my microphone, and this time I'm going to record while I'm creating, and I want you to see what this looks like. So we're starting to record, and this time I'm going to try making my letter B. This is how I would make a letter uppercase and lowercase b. And so we'll pause that. We'll say it's done. And then when your students would hit the check mark, this is what you would get to see. So we're starting to record, and this time I'm going to try making my letter B. This is how I would make a letter uppercase and. So you get the point. The point is this feature is phenomenal because it allows you to show your students to show their thinking, to show their process. It's really, it's a game changer. Think about all your students who struggle with engagement, who struggle with output, who struggle here. They could just use the text tool and type in. And again, there's the 3 dots here. So you have a lot of different options. You can change the font, you can change the font size, you can link things, you can change the order. So if you bring in images, you can take a picture. Here's some more 3 dots. Always look, you've got some shape tools that you can embed in here. You've got some, a thought bubble and a speech bubble. We could add stars. I mean, there's so much that's possible. Math, literacy, social studies, social emotional learning. It's all there in the community library. So now I'm just going to go back. So that's, I'm going to delete, and I'm just going to get out of here. So definitely there's so much to SeeSaw. I cannot recommend it enough. If we go back into the Google Doc that goes along with this. So there's the quick start guide, there's a remote learning with SeeSaw guide for teachers, there's the SeeSaw training links. These are really, these have been created by SeeSaw itself, and they want you to be successful. So who's excited about trying something like this? I hope that you can't wait to explore it. If you've got the premium version, you definitely want to take this training session. If you're new, if you just got the free version, and I cannot recommend it enough. And then has the Get Student Started kit. So again, you can watch this excellent video, which really does a great job.
Welcome to SeeSaw. This video is designed to help free and SeeSaw Plus.
So you can see it's a great video that really gets you started. Taken a little while, so I would encourage you to watch that on your own. All right, any questions about SeeSaw? Is SeeSaw Switch capable? I am not aware that it is. Sorry, Karen. It is not. I mean, as far as I know, it is not. Yes, somebody already signed up. So, all right, so that's one tool. I think SeeSaw, to me, SeeSaw and Book Creator are the best universally designed products out there. And SeeSaw, because it has so many ways to bypass the learning challenges that our kids have, and it really taps into their strengths and their engagement. The camera feature alone, I mean, there's just so much that's possible. So I will move along to Book Creator. And what is Book Creator? Well, just what its name implies, it is a book creation tool. Look at all the things that you can do with this awesome book creation tool. It has 50 fonts already embedded in it. You can add images or add your own photos. You can drop in video or music. You can use the pen to draw or annotate. You can use the shapes, arrows, and emojis to express your ideas. and it does portrait and landscape. It actually does more than that. So I'm going to take you now to Book Creator, and actually let me close some of these other windows. So Book Creator, just so you know, Book Creator is free for a single teacher to create up to 40 books. And then it has a premium version, it has a couple of other pricing, whatever. Yeah, I can't even think of the word. So pricing options, thank you. Oh, good, for functional use and application. Yes, okay. So Book Creator, again, so getting started with Book Creator, they want you to be successful. I'm not sure why it's not, I don't know why it's not showing my books, but here's a short tutorial that I would recommend that you do. So let me go back. Where are my books? All right. So create a new all right, here we go. I've got a lot of, so you can have different libraries. So here's some examples of books that have been created. Now here's one, for example, all about me, my dream vacation. Now with Book Creator, how do you create a new book? Well, what do you think you do first? What's nice is you always want to see is the visual interface easy to follow. Is it an easy to use interface? And guess what? This one is. I just want to write a new book. So I'm going to click on new book. And now I can choose a shape. And what's fantastic is you can do graphic novels. You can do comics. So I'm just going to do, actually, you know, I'm going to do the comic just because it gives us access to a couple of things that we don't get in the regular, when we choose a regular design. So here's our cover. And what do we want to do? We want to add text. We want to add things. So here we go to this plus sign in the upper right-hand corner and look at all the things that we can do. We can add panels. We can add speech bubbles, thought bubbles, text, and stickers. These things right here and the panels are things that you don't get in the regular new book view. So like, just so you can see, look at this fun text that you can add in, text sample, and also look at these fun stickers that you only have access to when you do the graphic layout. I mean, your kids, I know I got well, we haven't started this year yet, but we would get referrals all the time for kids who would flip out when it came time to writing. And if you're giving them a tool like this, are they going to be more engaged? How many times are they dictating to adults? Well, guess what? With Book Creator, that's all done. They don't have to do that. We want to promote success and independence. So that's under the comics tab. We can also add shapes, thought bubbles, speech bubbles, awesome for social emotional learning, perspective taking. Here's media. So I can import pictures. I can take a picture. I can write, I can add text, and I can also record my voice. Unbelievable. So for this, I'm just going to, I'm going to start a new book and we'll call it Best Tools for Innovative Teaching. Now, guess what? Look at this. Do you see this in the upper right-hand corner? Book Creator has speech recognition built in. So I'm going to model that for you. Best Tools for Innovative Technology in a Time of Distance Learning. Okay, there we go. Now it's ready. I can make it, I can bold it, I can make it a little bit. So they used to just have this small size and they added in this feature, thank goodness, to make it bigger, which is so important. So I'm going to say done and you'll see what happens. All right, well, that's my cover. That's not that's not how I want my text to look. So when your text is highlighted like this, see this eye? It takes you to the inspection tool. And here's where you have all kinds of options around manipulating the text. So we could center it. We could make it larger. We could bold it. And we remember it has over 50 different fonts, including Open Dyslexic. I do want to say doing a little aside about Open Dyslexic. It doesn't work for everyone who's dyslexic. It's great to show them that that's one of the options. And if it works for them, take it away. Awesome. So then it has all of these fun options down here. And let's say maybe I want permanent marker. There we go. So that makes it a little bit more intriguing. And then for the page itself, I can add any one of these comic backgrounds or just a border background, a pattern, a texture. Here, let me just show you. I think under textures, no, it's not there. Under, I think it's pattern, oh, paper. So paper, look, I don't know if you can see this, but it has graph paper, it has musical notes, so it gives you some other nice options. I'm just gonna choose something fun like this. And so now I wanna center this, there we go. So now on the next, if I wanna add a page, I would just go here, and I've got my second page. I can add, I wanna add something, an image. And so when I hit on plus and the images, it automatically opens up my Google image search. I can also get it from my Google Drive or upload it from my computer, and I can also bring in a map. What I want to do is I'll just grab something called technology and just see what we get to see. And yeah, we want to be innovative, so maybe we'll use this one, and we'll say select, and it will automatically put it into our page. And then I can record my voice. Again, we might, our students, they have great ideas, but does their written work reflect their cognitive abilities? When we have access to audio recording tools like are allowed in Bookshare and SeeSaw, we are bypassing those output issues. So now I can record my voice. And we'll do start recording. Let me think what I always say. You think what you want to say first. It is such an exciting time to teach because of all these fantastic inclusive technologies. So now do you want to use it? And this is really important. It is mistake tolerant. It is errorless. So if I don't like it, I can delete it and start over again. And I'm going to use it. So now it adds it as a, here's my audio recording here. So one of the things, again, because there's so much to show you and there's still one more tool, I want to show you this read feature. And actually a couple things. There's so much to show you. So here is, if I go into pages, this is where I can reorder pages or whatever if I need to and change things. Also, sometimes students make a mistake. You go into that pages view, and here I could hit those three dots and just delete that page. Yep, I definitely want to delete it. So the other thing that's really cool about this is it has this read feature. So watch what happens. So see this, it says read to me.
Best tools for innovative technology in a time of distance learning.
It is such an exciting time to teach. So we don't need to hear my voice again. So it will automatically read. Did you notice how it was a little hard to see, but it highlighted every word as it read it? We've got some options here under settings. So it can highlight words. We can turn that on or off. We can have play media. We can have turn pages automatically. And we only have, unfortunately, we only have 3 speed options. That was the regular speed, which is a little slow. I wish maybe at some point, because they keep adding new features. Here's the little faster speed if you just want to hear the difference.
Best tools for innovative technology in a time of distance learning. Best tools for innovative.
So you can just see that there are a few different options in terms of the speed. Let's just see. Yeah, it is so great. I'm so glad that you're excited. The other thing, and again, so we're going to go back into edit mode because this is in read mode here. I'm going to go over here back into edit mode. Another thing that they've added, which is an amazing feature, is you can create a video. So you know how it has, and I don't want to turn on my camera because I don't want to see that person there. But when you take some recordings, it has an automatic closed captioning feature right within the video that is embedded within Book Creator. Phenomenal, unbelievable. That's again they've added like 50 different accessibility features into it. switch access, I don't think is one of them, but sorry. But definitely something to explore further. So let me just go back here into the, so here, this is the link to Book Creator itself. This, okay, this is something I do have to show you. So I'm going to see this resources for teachers. When you first go to Book Creator, you know, I hope I'm getting you a little bit excited about using this kind of tool. But when you go to Book Creator, this is what the homepage will look like. Show me resources. So if you click on this link here, show me resources, look at all these options that they have for you by grade level. They've got a ton of ideas of what you can do. You want to see books created by students using Book Creator in the classroom. They just have, you know, my big book of the big Book Creator book. So they have a lot of ideas for you. The other thing that they've added in too is once you're logged in, I think it might be under features, that if we scroll down, I didn't show you this. So that just like Jamboard has that assistive tech feature, Book Creator also has it. They call it auto draw. So watch what happens here. See what it is? Now, if you use the auto draw feature, it shows up some options that it thinks it might be, and it automatically converts it from a 2 circles and a couple lines. You can choose your colors. So there's your 2 circles. There's a couple of lines, and it guesses. So it looks up here. It guesses what it is, and it does an auto draw feature, which is fantastic. There's so much more. Create your class library, and then there are a lot of books that have been created by students that you can see. And so here's remote learning with Book Creator, and then the Book Creator Help Center. So get excited. I hope you're excited about that particular one. Yeah, it is great feature. Okay, moving on. We just have a few more minutes, well, 12 minutes. So now I want to help you to really get your mind blown by Flipgrid. So I'm going to go into Flipgrid, and again, here, let me go into the slide presentation for a second, because I want you're going to have a chance. Oh, with Book Creator, this is kind of cool. 2 million books every month are made in Book Creator. So don't miss out. You want to be one of those teachers that's really using Book Creator. So what is Flipgrid? Flipgrid is video recording on steroids. Just get ready to get your socks blown off. So it is a video recording tool, and in the teacher view and the student view, when you are recording videos, look at all these options that you have. So I clicked on options, so I can upload a clip, I can mirror it, I can mute out the sound, I can record my screen. And I also, so when you see the record button, so here's options on this side, and then I also have effects. And when you open up effects, look at all these things that I can add: frames, filters, emojis, text. I can draw again, record my voice, play it back. It's a whiteboard, I can add photos. So it's really unbelievable. So let's open up Flipgrid so you can see what that looks like. And I created a Flipgrid that I want you to add to so that you can have a chance to experience it as a student. And again, think who benefits from the use of a video recording tool. We want to empower every voice. I think back, I always say this when I do PD, I think back to my own son. He's 30, he's dyslexic. We survived school, but he said, Mom, his 10th grade English teacher, he said, I prayed every day that she wouldn't call on me. And he had something to say, he had something to contribute, but he never had an opportunity because the tool like Flipgrid wasn't around, and she wasn't really that creative, because I said to her, you know, you could have given him a heads up and said, tomorrow, Chris, I want to ask you about this. But anyway, so Flipgrid has discussion, discovery. Again, the discovery tool is where you can see ideas that other teachers have created and have shared. Mixtapes are combinations of things. Shorts, I have to show you shorts because that's really a great tool for homeschool communication or for a quick video to create. And one of the things too to know about Flipgrid is it automatically adds closed captioning. And the closed captioning can automatically be translated into 11 different languages. How awesome is that if you're working with English language learners? So if we want to add a topic, well, actually here, we're going to go into discovery. Just so you can see, so you can favorite things, you can add collections, you can see what other teachers are doing, the topic of the day, the wonder of the day, which I think, yeah, see, it's in combination with Wonderopolis. How fantastic is that? So they collaborate. So here's what other teachers are doing, trending topics, view all. So you can view everything. So here, if we go into view all, so, oh, that's what I favorited. No, oh, my 5 favorites are not showing. Well, here they are. So I have favorited a few different things. And so I want to go not just into my collections, but I want to see everything. No, where's here, view more, here we go. So if we go into view more, here's wonder of the day, all different kinds of things that we could open up. So here, I'm going to open up one that's already been created. And so now I can, again, why reinvent the wheel? Let's take advantage of the expertise of other people who are just so excited and using Flipgrid all the time. So just so you can see this, have you ever heard of a hat? Okay, so they have integration notes. Here's where I can save it, I can share it, and I can add a topic. So this subject is under PE. And so I'm going to save it into my favorites. All right, so I want you to have a chance to explore this for a few minutes to get really excited about Flipgrid and see experience it as a student, because these are similar features that you will have access to as an educator. So here's the explore the features. Now I could create a video that embeds this, but those of you who have seen Immersive Reader today, did you get blown away by what Immersive Reader can do? Guess what? Since Flipgrid was bought out by Microsoft and it's now a Microsoft product, here is Immersive Reader embedded right here. So again, your beginning readers, your younger students who may not be able to read the directions, and if you didn't make a video of the directions, they can now hit the Immersive Reader feature, because Flipgrid is all about accessibility again. So here now your students can listen.
What can you discover about using Flipgrid in just a few minutes of exploring? Record your discoveries here.
So the students could listen to the directions, and then we want to go back. And whoops, I went back too far. We'll do educator login again. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And then I'm going to assign it to you and give you a chance to add your own response to this and to explore it as a student and to see how easy it is. So what I'm going to do now is here's the join code. And so what I want you to do, actually here it is, join code, nope. So it is, actually I'll put it into the chat. And what I'd love for you to do is the join code. Click on the join code and then add your response. So you'll see this is what it will look like. And then you're going to hit record a response. And I hope that you do have a chance to try. So then when you go into record a response, you have 45 seconds to record your video. Click anywhere to dismiss. So that's taking you step by step through it. And here are my options, here are my effects. And so here's where you can explore all of these features. You can explore the effects as well, the filters, the emojis, the text, and then you can record yourself. And so play with it for like 2 minutes, and hopefully you'll also have time to just add a quick response, just to have the opportunity to experience what it's like. And I'll just give you 2 minutes right now to record a response, and then I'm going to come back and show you 2 more things that you have to know about before the session ends. So please play. Is anyone playing? Go for it. What are you noticing that you can do? Actually, you need more than 2 minutes. So if you just want to record yourself, feel free. Actually, I'm going to pause this again. Pause the recording. We will, what I want to do is show you how quick and easy it is to create a video. And so what we can do here is we can add a topic. We can have groups, so you could have groups of students, and then we can add different topics within those groups. So I'm going to add a topic. And all we do here is we give it a title, innovative technology. We can add a prompt. So you always want to add a prompt. And I don't really have time to do this, so I'm just going to do this. But you can also record. This is where I want you to see. You can allow your students up to 10 minutes to record. So again, you know, use this as a formative assessment. Use it as a book review. I mean, there's just so many ways, you know, leave feedback. Here's where you can adjust, see how it's automatically does the closed captions. And then you have, by default, you have to turn them off. You never want to turn them off. So here are all the languages that it can convert into. And then the video moderation. So sometimes this is really important. If you haven't had that digital literacy conversation with your students, then you do want to turn on video moderation before you have your students leave feedback for each other. Now, as you're leaving this assignment, these are all the media things that you can add. So you could record a video, you could upload a video, you could embed a YouTube video so that they're responding to a particular video that you've had them watch. You could have them respond to an image, you can add a Giphy. So all different types of things that you can add as well. It's so fantastic. Now the shorts, this one, real quick, it's 2:45. The time passes so quickly. So I can, what a short is again, you're making a quick video, and when you're done, it generates a QR code. And so this is, I have 10 minutes to record my video, and I'm glad it's not showing my face. But what is so great about it is once you create this quick video, it's a short, it's called a short, it generates a QR code. So let's say, so then it's almost like augmented reality, so that you can put that QR code anywhere. And as a student puts their camera, their iPad or their tablet on that QR code, then you see the question and the recording pop up. So can you see all different ways that that could be used? A scavenger hunt throughout your classroom, a scavenger hunt throughout your building, a scavenger hunt throughout your town. I mean, it's really an awesome, awesome tool. So that was quick, so much to cover. But again, don't feel like you had to, you know, this is just whetting your appetite, I hope, getting you excited. And again, here's all different kinds of, oh, here was the join code too. Sorry about that. So here's all the different getting started with Flipgrid, all of the things that you need to know about the Flipgrid links. So I really appreciate all of you. I really appreciate all of you coming today. And I hope that you learned something. And if there's one thing that you want to try, just leave it in the chat. Which one got you the most excited? Like, I can't wait to try this next week. Thank you all. It was great to have you. Super excited. I'm going to, so think, anybody, okay, book creator, you're going to try, Kathy? I'm always interested to